What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
What?
It always falls back on the man. You don't circle back. I done dated some women. Doing some fine shit. And I ain't never circled. Ain't never loved her. Make it make sense. Welcome back to another video, man. Hope your day's going good. In today's video, winter has come for Jennifer Lopez. Video by O'Shea Duke Jackson. Yeah, man. So, apparently winter's come for Jennifer Lopez. You know, she's been a childhood crush of mine since I can remember all them Christmas movies.
Yeah, man. Let's find out what Jennifer Hudson did.
Hudson?
Jennifer Hudson. Well,
You don't know Jennifer Lopez?
I used to have a crush on Jennifer Lopez also as a kid. So let's find out what Shawty did, bro.
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
In 2001, J-Lo was dealing with Diddy. That's right, that Diddy that's in prison right now. But she decided that Diddy...
Yeah, now I'm off. I don't even know why I picked up and watched this video now. If I had known this, I wouldn't even...
Supposed to know this. We reacted to the Diddy shit. They told us about this.
No, it was about a different female.
Nah, she was in there. I remember.
Too much. I guess too much of the cheek clapping parties was going down. Woo! But in 2002, Jennifer Lopez would meet the love of her life, Ben Affleck. The relationship was going well until things got called off in January 2004. They was about to get married, but Ben Affleck got dumped. But guess what? Jennifer Lopez wasn't single for long. In 2004, she would start dating Mark Anthony, and she would be married a few months after the Ben breakup. But then you already know what happened.
Divorce.
She would leave Mark Anthony ass too.
Damn.
Then came Casper Smart from 2011 to 2016. Drake from 2016 to 2000.
She dated Drake? God damn.
Wow.
That's
17. And then
And
Alex
that just shows you
Rodriguez
can
from
still be out here and
2017
be
to
discreet with it.
2021 until
I was about to say something, but I just
they
forgot
broke up.
after hearing
And
that.
then, but stop the show. Ben Affleck would come back around. On July 6, 2022, they would get married until...
What?
Ben Affleck, you're going outside. You saw the sign that you ran for the hills just to run back?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
August 2024, they would break
Major
up.
stuff.
Woo! Fast forward! That brings us to October 15, 2025. When Jennifer Lopez...
Guys, and peep this. It's not a joke what we say about the Diddy fucked him up. It all started with Diddy. Ever since she just had a streak.
Damn right.
I mean, Hollywood itself is broke, but there's certain people in Hollywood that will destroy you.
Yeah,
And I think she's made it very clear.
for sure.
Lopez pulled up to the Howard Stern
Those shawty messed up in the
podcast.
head, boy.
Well,
Do you think you've truly been loved? No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back,
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
what? Jennifer Lopez said something very interesting that she's loved men before, but they've never loved her. But wait, there's more.
It's that they're not capable.
So it always falls back on the man. You don't circle back. I done dated some women. Doing some fine shit. And I ain't never circled. Ain't never loved her. Make it make sense.
they can't love.
They don't have it in them.
They
They
have
need to appreciate the little person inside of
They
them.
have
They
little
need
to
to love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And
people.
they gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
Always the
But
best
it's this
fault.
much.
All the
Little.
rings,
Yeah.
all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it.
Vex says Vaughn and
What?
Thug.
They didn't love you
They didn't.
Yeah.
and didn't know you.
And I didn't love myself.
Right.
Now she's saying that they didn't love her and she didn't love herself and they didn't have that much to give. This is interesting because you've been married over 5 times. You have all of these boyfriends in between. All of a sudden, it's all of these guys' fault. Now, listen, you don't really hear Ben Affleck talking about the relationship or the problems in the relationship. But some people came to his defense after her interview.
I saw the documentary, The Greatest Love Story, whatever. And at one point, Jennifer says, Ben is not comfortable being my muse. And that moment was her identifying her boundary. Yeah. And then she said, but I'm going to do it anyway. And he loves me and he knows he can't stop me. That was her pushing past your boundary and misinterpreting your boundary, because she believed if he really loves me, he'll let me do my artistic expression. Instead of framing it as, if I really loved him, maybe I can recognize that not everything needs to be public, and I can respect the fact that my partner has a need for privacy.
What's going on?
Now, this...
We good, brother? I seen your comment on YouTube, man. Appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Yes,
love, man. Really appreciate that.
This lady talks about a documentary in which she saw concerning their relationship, and she refers to Ben Affleck as her muse. You know, she just disregarded whatever he wanted. Now, if you guys don't know, Ben Affleck...
And that's what I was going to say. That's why she's speaking like that. She's always pointing a finger because she thinks so highly of herself. And she thinks so highly of herself that she can't compromise for her partner. The partner always has to be wrong, but really it's her.
Is not the kind of person that wants to be in the spotlight. And that's kind of why they broke up, because, you know, Jennifer Lopez is more outgoing and, you know, she's high profile. Affleck is more private, reserved, and all of that, right? He doesn't like really being out in the spotlight, despite being very, very famous. But she completely ignored her partner's decision. And still, that brings up this point.
But what I am saying to you ladies is the lack of accountability in women is like kryptonite. It's kind of scary, low-key, because how can you be so delusional and unself-aware? Let's be for real.
The lady says that many women who have no accountability have no awareness or no self-awareness. Now, let me kind of talk about this.
I love that she called this out, but I bet you if you look in her life, women, it's very unpopular opinion, are just not accountable. And I feel like as men, we should give up on expecting a level of accountability. We already take all the responsibility ourselves. We just hear them for what they say and we move forward.
Yeah.
Expecting them to change.
For sure.
Isn't that the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again?
This can be exhibited in both men and women, but clearly in this case, we're talking about Jennifer Lopez. And a lot of times, some people are just in their own world. They have no real ability to see what somebody else wants for them in a business relationship or a friendship or in a real-time relationship. It's almost like in order for a person to deal with that individual, everybody else has to suffer. Like, press 1 in the comment section if you've ever had to deal with this. Have you ever been in a friendship or in a relationship where you literally had to die and that person had to be happy and you conceded to that because you wanted to really be with that person, but that person was completely unaware or just didn't care about your feelings, about your wants or your needs or your desires? And then, you know, obviously the relationship has to end, but that is because...
I was almost about to agree. You know, when men, we self-sacrifice. When you find a woman you really care about, I feel like you'll just naturally... I'm not sacrificing for somebody. If you don't spend the time to get to know me, and I feel somewhat appreciated, really seen in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
have self-worth. A lot of these relationships, you're finding that a lot of these people like...
Damn right.
Mate that you were dealing with never learned to see things your way. And this could even be a problem for the most compatible, giving, loving person in the world. It just sucks, right? It sucks to have a business partner or a partner in friendship or relationships or whatever, and they just have no way of compromise. And here's the reason why.
Like I said, then you have family members co-signing on your buffoonery. You have members co-signing on your ignorance. That's not okay.
Yeah,
at some point, you have to look in the mirror and say, what role did I play in this playing out in my life?
One of the problems that I see with, successful people or even single people is that we tend to have echo chambers, all right? And,
oh, yeah.
People who give us advice, and I would even say people.
Everybody trying to come.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I want you to hear. I don't want to hear you fall out with me now. It's less money in my pocket.
People like Chris Brown, Diddy, they go through this too. And this really means that these particular people just,
hard times.
Everybody is just telling them what they want to hear and not what they need to hear for fear of, being cut off or being fired, especially if you're rich like Jennifer Lopez. It's probably really hard for Jennifer Lopez to really share her feelings with people that genuinely care about her. And this happens when you start to be very successful and start having money. It may be difficult for somebody to really tell it to you as it is. And if, you do tell somebody, like, hey, you need to change this, you may be fearful that that person may cut you off from a position and all this. So you tend to be an amen corner for that person. Yeah. And obviously with male friends or female friends, you have an issue with a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Imagine you're a regular person friends with Jennifer Lopez and she people that heard your job watch her movie. She call them and be like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is the type of woman that will sleep with your man at
yeah.
You think the people ain't gonna believe that?
Yeah, they gonna believe
Jennifer Lopez.
Damn right.
Bro, you can't get on the bad side of these celebrities, bro.
We could tend to be completely harsh on that individual, obviously discounting the effect that our friend or brother or son is doing in the relationship and basically not holding them accountable. So every bad mistake that they make, they're justified. And it happens with men and women too. And just imagine if you're Jennifer Lopez and you have the world literally in the palm of your hands where anybody jumps, when they want you to, you will just continue on with the buffoonery.
All right, bet.
But this guy really said it the best.
The issue that we have with modern women is when they get into that boss babe energy, they don't know how to turn that off when they come home. The biblical order states that it is Christ at the top, then it is the man who is the head of the household. Then after that, it is the woman who is supposed to be soft, feminine, submissive, and more importantly, help the man grow in every single area. She is our helpmate.
Now, shout out to this guy. He's a Christian, and he's talking about, that a lot of women who are boss chicks, they tend to keep that same energy, but when they get home, they don't become the helpmate in the relationship. And if you believe in God, the Bible never says, well, if you make so much more over the man, you can't be submissive to him. And this works also for men too. Yeah. Men who are going out in the industry, you work all day, you busting your behind. When you come home, if you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, you are a servant. A part of being a man is serving your family, serving your wife. You got to get out in the middle of the day, stop the show. You know how women on their period be?
He's right,
y'all be hella mean sometimes. Brothers can't even really talk to you. We got to slide the food underneath the door and all that. We got to be embarrassed going to get tampons. We go buy the wrong tampons and all that stuff. And so it's not going to matter that, in the office as a man, we're making a whole bunch of money and we're a boss dude. There's going to come a time if we're in a relationship with a woman that we need to compromise a lot, right? We need to do things the way that the woman wants. And I think a lot of men understand this. The issue is that a lot of women, when they become very successful, have a hard time understanding this as much, right? Because it's an anomaly to be as successful as Jennifer Lopez and then have to turn that down because that sort of mentality is why you've gotten so successful in the first place and doing things on your own timeline. And if a man is not fitting into that, that man eventually has to go. And the problem is this.
But she also seems like a handful. And let's just be raw and real. Yeah. No man in history who is truly in his masculine energy, healthy masculine energy, wants to come home to a combative woman. We don't want.
Because that ends up becoming, that's what being in your true master, solving problems is try to figure out this
Yeah,
You want someone who's like, damn,
exactly.
I'm coming home to fight with you, bro. I might as well stay up.
Yeah, the world, we already got a battle against the world. Then you gotta come home and fight with your girl. It's like, God damn, bro, I can never catch a break.
What?
To battle to see who is going to be leading the relationship.
As the guy said, that no man that is in his masculine element is going to just deal with that. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Jennifer Lopez has done a wonderful job, up until almost her 60s, still been able to get high quality men. I mean, A-Rod and, Ben Affleck. Most women
outside, though.
after
60s?
40 would not be able to do what Jennifer Lopez is doing. And so she's an
It's just 'cause
anomaly.
She looks,
But the reality is that what
but
you
imagine if
make
she tried to talk
and how much you have
like,
as a person,
I'm all right.
it doesn't really equate that you have to give something to relationships. And that's something that I've had to figure out over the last, 10 years, right? I've had to really, really grow. And life is not always about what you want, but also what somebody else wants. We can look at all of the companies that we love. That's probably one of the best ones, right? Many of you guys on your iPhone, you have iPad, you have the MacBook, and any other Apple product that comes out. And we love Apple not because of its integration between products, but because of, the customer service, how valuable the products are, and Apple's willingness and dedication to
Vivek
find out
says,
what consumers
Vaughn,
want
there is something wrong in
and to
your
keep
mic.
consumers happy. And we really don't mind paying the price. I mean, you have people here in Uganda that don't even make, $1,000 or $2,000 a year, and you will find so many people with the brand new iPhones and, just expensive. Because why? It's because Apple gives you that level of quality because they consider the customer. Apple's all about the customer, okay? And that's why Apple is what it is. On the flip side,
Vivek
a lot of
says,
us are
no, hold it. It's much better.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, bro. I just gotta work on not, gotta turn my hand when I'm turning my head and shit like that.
are not about the other person. And I get it. It can be hard being about somebody else because you can invest in that person and then that person can leave. But if you're not going to be all about the person, and I get it, you have to at least, at the minimum, be concerned about what makes them happy. Be concerned about trying to work it out. Be concerned about what makes them go or tick and all of that. And if you can't do that, you're always going from mate to mate to mate. Like, I have this friend of mine who's a chronic business owner.
What other option does she have left? Jennifer Lopez is in her 60s. We spoke on this.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, only Sylvester Stallone, all the older guys can probably, take her into their arsenal. But ain't nobody trying to wife her up at a 40-year-old, 30-year-old man. You see what the 40-year-old, 30-year-old men are after? Younger women.
Yeah.
So
we only got one option, bro. That's to get a dude that's gonna submit to her.
Yeah.
If she wanna be the man so bad.
She gotta get a fan.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only dynamic that works for her, a fan.
Right.
Like, she gotta get a fanned out nigga that's just like obsessed.
Yeah.
Writing her love notes and shit. Still.
He has like a different business idea.
He's still writing
all
her
the
love
time. Like,
note.
I've been in this business on YouTube for about like 10 years. And like almost every week he has a new business. He has like maybe 30 business ideas over that same period of time. And all those ventures have probably failed by now. Because he's never concerned about what the customer wants. He's only concerned with the industry that makes him a lot of money. And of course, he continues to start from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 every time.
Yeah.
And this is the same with people in relationships. Like, there's going to come a time where you just have to be concerned about what somebody wants if you want to be in a relationship with them. And then you can't blame your failures on the other person as if you're not the same person that is in 5 different marriages, as if you're not the common denominator. And this is the problem that many men have when they see women talking like this, because it's delusional. It's delusional for a person to be in 5 marriages.
Shout out to O'Shea. I don't really think there's anything else for us to add here because we've already called it out. She got a lot to work on. At 60, who gonna wife you up? You still got a lot to learn at 60. Jesus. T-Raw.
Yeah, man. We already said it, bro. When you getting in a relationship, you can't be selfish. Relationships is all about finding the middle ground. Unless you find you a yes man or a yes woman that's gonna do whatever you say and follow you around like a dog.
Another video, man. You already know, man. Love y'all. Great for y'all, man. Bitch, rest of the videos on the channel, and you already know we gonna catch y'all the next one. Yeah.